So I was becoming aware of the power of photography, and I wanted to be a photographer, and I wanted to change the world and all that kind of thing. And of course I didn't change the world, but photography changed me, and it's been in my life very, very seriously since 1973.
The miracle is I've learnt to live without money. I quite enjoy that because you come up with interesting solutions. I want everything that anybody else has got, and I just have to work out how to get it without money. Because I'm an artist, nobody would give me credit, and now I realise that was to my benefit because I would have still been paying it off. Whereas I had the situation where I would have had to pay off a loan by making thousands of pots. But instead I just made one big pot and I live in it.
There's such a longevity about pots, about ceramics. You know, we dig this material out of the ground that's been formed by volcanic activity, and it's sat on the planet for millions and millions of years. What I put on the wheel every day is weathered rock, and then I form it into a particular shape. And I put it back into the volcano of my kiln again, and there it is, you know, writ large or small. And I feel privileged to be a potter and be able to literally have my hands in the dirt and bring that back to a place from whence it originally came.
It takes sort of a lifetime to really learn the skills required to use a material well and to think in that material. That is the challenge, really, to think inventively and not just sort of reach out for looking at what somebody else has done and giving that a go. I mean, it's very hard to get inside the material and really understand how to use it. That makes me feel like my best work might really be, well, to come.
I remember talking to John Clark, who I used to go bird watching with. I was talking about someone and I said, "Oh, they're very lucky." And he said, "That's not the right way to put it." And I said, "What?" He said, "You make your own luck." And so that I think my luck, I sort of arrived on this planet with some very special gifts. And what's so wonderful is that I have found ways of expressing those gifts.
You can't just sit there and talk to the newspaper or to the television. I actually feel like it's time to do things, and I will want to do that for future generations and for animals and for air and for water and for marine ecosystems, and I would feel pathetic doing nothing. For me, spirituality is just a privilege to be able to enjoy the system that we have that gives us life, that gives everything life.
I don't think I would call myself as somebody who ever had rage. I had grief. Anger doesn't come easily to me, but I worry a lot about the world. And if you look at the tipping points, climate change, if you look at biodiversity, no, I don't think we're heading in the right direction by any means. And in fact, since I was an activist in my 20s, there's half as much wilderness in the world than there was then. There's been lost, I can't remember the number, of something like 30% of the world's wildlife in biomass. Things have got a lot worse.
I think life is very short. I want to do the very best that I can, whereas before I thought, oh, there's endless time. Even thinking 5-year blocks, I'll do this for 5 years. Well, not sure that I've got 5 years left. So it's only through the work that you get somewhere. It's not through the thinking about it. And I bore my friends by saying, you just got to paint your bad paintings, get them out of the way. You just got to face it. You've got to paint bad paintings. You can't worry about getting the perfect painting.
Regrets, I've had a few, but then again, too few to mention, etc., etc. Of course we've got regrets.
You going to tell me what they are?
Well, turning up here for a start.